All right, sounds like we're live. Sweet, what's up everyone? I'm still broken, so I can't really ride yet, but I don't want to lose all my skills, so I'm gonna try to do some track standing on the trials bike and just kind of hang out. A second ago, I tried to set up a more high performance webcam solution, and there was some kind of weird software issue. So if you just tuned in, you saw a black screen. I'm sorry about that. Anyone hanging out here? No one yet. I probably scared everyone away with the black screen a minute ago. Oh, man, I have not ridden this trials bike in a long time. Oh, got people using leaf blowers next door, so it's pretty loud. Hey, if you guys can hear me, leave a comment, because I'm a little nervous this isn't working again. What's up, everyone? I only have a few minutes for this. It's kind of a proof of concept, test the internet speed, see how it all works. I just tried the speed test. Hopefully we're flying. Let's see the results. No, I don't need to get anything from Microsoft. Yeah, 175 megabits per second, down, 5 up. Eesh. Ah, it's okay. What's up, Papa? Yeah, working on the track standing. Here we go. It's funny, everyone thinks trials bikes are super easy to ride and pop around on, but the bottom bracket's really high, and it's actually really hard to balance on this thing. The steep head angle is kind of weird too. I never do videos on this bike. I just bought this bike 2 years ago, and I need to ride it more. It's sweet. Oh, man, that webcam is not very wide angle. Whoa. I got cleared by the doctor a full week ago to walk without crutches on the broken pelvis. So I'm starting to pedal around, bike commuting. You saw in my Ripley video, I rode up to the park and shot that. So pelvis is getting stronger. Track standing here doesn't feel too bad. If I lean on it too much, it is a little sore, but it doesn't hurt like something bad's happening. So I think I can track stand. All right. Oh, cool. Papa, thanks for the confirmation that it's good video, good sound. So I'm just wearing the AirPod Bluetooth headphones. The echo is so bad in my office studio here that I've struggled to figure out the right audio setup. I'm curious if the lighting is good enough. The video looks terrible on my end here, and then it only shows one little thing for the mic. Cool. What's up, Murphy? Or on the old trials bike. Man, I was trying to use my, oh, this might work out better. Let's get back over here. I have my camera set up as a webcam, and I've had it work in the past. If you've been following my channel for a couple years, you saw last summer, I did a few live streams with my camera, and it looks sweet. Yeah. Face is a little dark indeed. What's up, Mike? Is it Micah or Mika? I'm not sure, but what's up, guys? So no brakes. What's up, Rafi? This trials bike has 26-inch wheels. It's made by a company called Inspired. That's the company Danny McCaskill and Allie Clarkson and Duncan Shaw all ride for and work with. I like it. Oh man, a bunch of comments are cruising in. Micah, cool. Thanks, Micah. I see your comments everywhere, so it's good to know I'm getting it right. Right on, Micah. What's up, Murphy? What's up, Fenrir? Okay, cool. Cool. Riding to Atlantis. Right on. What's up, guys? Yeah, I'm just hanging out for a few minutes. I'm uploading some videos to YouTube. They're not going to go live for a few days here, but I'm curious about this whole live streaming thing. I need to do it more. Oh, man, someone just sent in a super chat. Awesome. Thanks, Scotty. Appreciate it. Thank you, Scotty. Recovery's going really well. I can stand, I can walk, and I'm starting to play on the bike a little bit. Thanks, man. Danny Mac's 2009 video is rad. So to get back to that question, this trials bike started off as a 26-inch wheel Inspired Hex. I'm like 15 feet back from my computer. The lens is quite long. But yeah, I just bought this thing from a mail order site in the UK. So I called Inspired on the phone and chatted with them. And Inspired's a real small company, like 3 or 4 dudes. And they told me that Tardy Bikes, it's a big trials web store in the UK. He told me that Tardy Bikes bought their entire inventory of Hex 26-inch bikes. So then I called Tardy Bikes, and it's not that hard to call the UK. It's 8 hours ahead from the West Coast here. So I just called them at like 6 or 7. And I'm like, yeah, the guys at Inspired let me know that you bought their whole inventory of Hex bikes. And the guy's like, really? Didn't realize that was their whole inventory. So I might have given up the goose for Inspired there. Sorry. But yeah, this thing is sweet. I think it was like $1,300 or something. It's got just a rigid fork, and it's like kind of street trials geometry. And I don't know how that's different than regular trials because I don't know much about trials. But it's pretty fun. I like it. Tilt this a little bit. Oh, there we go. What's up, Rafi? New York. Lots of trials there. Oh, dude, I would love to ride Wenatchee more. It's just far away. It's like 2 hours each way from Bellingham. So, what up, Monster Chuck? Oh, so I really like this trials bike, and I did something kind of crazy with it. I built up some WTB ASIM I-35 rims on the stock hubs and set it up tubeless. I've never heard of a tubeless trials bike, but with the tough casing tires that you guys are sick of me talking about, I'm sure, they're so early that I can get away with like 25 PSI and it doesn't flop around, and it's been fine. Top secret project is to put Cush core on this bike. Yeah, no brakes. Lots of folks ride the 24-inch wheel trials bikes, but since I'm riding 29ers and 27.5 a lot, I wanted to go a little bit bigger. Back when I did ride trials for like 1 year, I rode the stock class, which is all 26-inch wheel bikes. So I feel like going back and forth, it's more similar, whereas going down to 24 would be so different. What's up, guys? Some more comments are cruising in. Yeah, Murphy, new bike psych. It's always fun. What up, Fenrir? Cool. For a while there in 2017, I was riding this thing a little bit. I bought it in like February 2017 and then spent a month back in California and was riding it just straight out of the Airbnb almost every day. And that was super fun. It's hard to ride here in the winter because things get real wet. And then when you land with your brakes locked up on something wet, you can slide out, and that's kind of sketchy. So don't need to get hurt. This thing's cool though. It's like for $1,200, $1,300 or whatever, you can get a lot of fun out of that with something like this. But it's hard to find. I don't know who makes a 26-inch wheeled trials bike. There's Echo, ECHO. They have a cool purple one, but it's hard to find actually in stock anywhere. And I think this is a little higher quality. What's up, guys? No brakes is riding demo bikes, and then 26-inch wheels do feel kind of crazy on the trail. They're small. I miss them. I think they're really fun. I wouldn't mind getting a 26-inch wheel bike. Yeah, I guess my Mojo Tie is 26-inch wheels. Riding in Southern Oregon. Bike Boat Boards asking about Southern Oregon. You know, I would have to say that Ashland has amazing stuff. Talent, just up the road from Ashland, also has good trails. Jacksonville, which is like next to Talent, has some super fun stuff. Grants Pass has good trails. What is it? Valley of the Rogue. That's that little town just north of that. They just built a mountain bike park. That should be pretty cool. Ashland, of course, has lots of riding. And if you meet up with Ashland Mountain Adventures, you can't go wrong in Southern Oregon. No brakes. I think this is a 135 mil rear end. It's decently wide. And yeah, it's got to be 135. And I think it's a 10 mil open dropout. So I can just use a bolt on rear wheel. Nothing too crazy. I don't know what Monty Bikes is up to. Back when I did ride trials, they were definitely the main brand. I don't really follow the scene anymore, so I don't know. I saw a lot of Monty Bikes when I was living in Spain, though. That was cool. Ruben Field asked about Post Canyon. I used to always do the Oregon Enduro race in Post Canyon. Had a lot of guys there on the podium and such. So yes, I've ridden Post Canyon, but it's been a few years. I don't think I've ridden Post since 2015, 2014. It's been a while. You ever going to ride Park or Whistler? John. So John and Joe, these two questions go together. My pelvis is pretty darn broken. It doesn't hurt too bad. Like it's sore as I do this, and I can walk pretty good. But we went to Whistler over the weekend, and we're just walking around, hanging out. I had to pull my crutches out because my pelvis got so sore by the end of Saturday. But generally, I'm doing well, and I can ride like commuting trails around town. Pretty mellow, sit down a lot. So I'm doing great. I'm recovering properly. The bones lined up pretty well, I think. So that's good. But bike parks are so fast. If you crash in a bike park like Whistler, you're going like 30 miles an hour, and that can really mess you up. So I'm not going to be doing much in bike parks. And my skill set, I'm not that good in a bike park. I'd spend more time riding like sketchy, narrow little goaty trails. So I try to focus on doing what I'm better at, which is the goat stuff. I never lived next to a bike park or anything. So yeah, I can ride bike park okay, but I'm not like Mr. Bike Park by any means. I don't like going that fast. I like the more technical, slower speed stuff. And if I crash on technical slow trails, I in theory shouldn't get hurt. But I still get hurt. Bike Pope board. Thanks, man. I appreciate the tip. That's awesome. Misanthropic cat. Ever rode in Sedona? Yes, I ride in Sedona all the time, and I'm planning some trips right now. So my wife's uncle has a house in Sedona, and we went like 3 times this winter, and we're probably going to go back 3 or 4 times this winter as well. It's a little expensive, but there's a cheap Allegiant flight from Bellingham direct to Mesa, Arizona, and then you can rent a car pretty affordably and drive up there. So and then once we get there, we're taken care of. So yeah, we'll definitely be back in Sedona. I want to find more technical climb trails in Sedona. The Stranger Trail in Wenatchee. You know, I haven't. I've ridden a few trails that are no longer on Trail Forks, so I don't know how kosher they are to talk about. But yeah, I talked to the Evergreen Mountain Bike Alliance a little bit about the situation in Wenatchee. I guess it's Leavenworth, not Wenatchee. So yeah, I don't know. I do know Evan Plews in Wenatchee though, and I want to go ride with him. Maybe do some single speeding with Evan. That'd be sweet. Ruben asks, "Am I going full time YouTube?" You know, I don't quite have full time availability because I need to leave in just a minute to go pick my kid up from daycare. So my wife's working part time, and I'm working just about part time, much as I can, with what the family's comfortable with. And all I'm doing is content creation. I honestly spend quite a bit of time doing YouTube stuff, but it's a mix of YouTube, Instagram, Pink Bike, Facebook, emailing, like not in the sense of just like emailing people or whatever, but writing up email newsletters, trying to do monthly email newsletters. I do a lot of press releases and stuff. And on top of that, I've taken on some contract work. I just did a little quick job for Cali. I'll be going online in a little bit. Did a rad job for Cushcore that's almost done. So yeah, I do a lot of YouTube, but there's some other stuff to it. I think content creation is kind of the right word, but yeah, it's hard to really put a single term on to define what I'm doing, but it's a mix of like what I did professionally for the last 10 years and riding videos, which is cool. It's like a bit of a dream come true for sure. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, this is the 3rd time I've broken my pelvis. Not many people break their pelvis ever, and here I am breaking it 3 times. It's ridiculous. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, Ruben, you're asking how I know Evan Plews. So Evan used to be really hooked in with Ibis. Ibis sponsored him a ton, and he was selling Ibis at the shop. I don't know if he still sells Ibis or not. I haven't worked at Ibis in 4 years, so I don't know all their dealer standings, but Evan's a good dude. At Downeyville in like 2012, he won the single speed class. I was 7th at the top of the mountain. And then by the bottom of the mountain, I was in 2nd place, but he still got me by 5 minutes. But I'm still pumped on my 2nd place Downeyville single speed finish. That's like career accomplishment. Right on, Kat. Well, maybe we'll organize some group rides and come through Sedona this fall. That'd be cool. Maybe I need to check on liability and all that because I can't get in trouble. More questions cruising in. Oh, right on, Train. Yeah. Train Bandit. Yeah. So Evan's a super good dude, knows what he's doing with bikes for sure. Um, Gustavo, I am not yet recovered. I'm not really recovered till like late September. So yeah, I can pedal around a little and I'm feeling okay, but it's still got a big hole in it. It's a lot of spongy bone. Pelvises are weird. They're very important, but they don't have a lot of nerves going through them. So they don't hurt as bad as like a hand or a foot or a shoulder. So yeah, like I'm pretty functional right now. I can walk like around the block pretty normally. I'll get sore and tired pretty fast. And I can like do this on the bike, but I cannot by any means, I definitely cannot run. Big steps are hard. Getting out of the car is a little tricky. So it's just weird. Some things are uncomfortable, but not like crazy painful. Yeah, I've got a bad pelvis. Both iliac crests have broken off, and one of them shattered pretty bad. And then the lower ring broke off 5 weeks ago. Yes, John, crashing on rock is way worse than crashing on nice, normal, soft dirt. Oh my goodness. I'm wearing hip and bum pads for the rest of my riding career. I should have them on right now, actually. Yeah, I hit a tree that broke this pelvis this time. Um, yeah, good reason to get scared on big rock features. I've broken my pelvis on rocks the first 2 times and then tree this last time. Yeah, Dylan, there's a few cacti in Sedona, but they're pretty insignificant compared to the chorro cactus down in like Tucson and South Mountain. Murphy, I wish I had a DV9 as well. Oh, 3 times in a year. Yikes. Thanks, Dylan. That's good advice. Dylan says, try not to land on your pelvis. Yeah, I'll remember that. I've been thinking about that for 11 years now. Some people, when they fall, they stick their arms and legs out. I just try to like ride out of most crashes or like run out. I've never broken a leg or an arm. And I think that's because I'm usually attached to the bike. And I've had quite a few concussions. So concussions and broken pelvises are indicating I don't like jump off my bike too bad. Bike boat board asks if I sit on a hemorrhoid cushion. No, I don't. I can actually sit pretty good despite broken sacrum and pelvis. So I've got office chairs. I can deal with those. Sitting on like regular wooden chairs isn't the best. The next airplane flight's gonna suck. Yeah, Dylan's advice is great. You should just not crash on your pelvis. I've never thought about that. So if you guys are just like as busy as me or anyone else, we're all busy in this day and age. If you want to get better at riding your bike, just spend 20 minutes practicing track standing. Like it's so simple that you're practicing your brakes, your front brake, your rear brake, backpedaling a little bit, just balance on the bike. It totally helps your riding, but it also helps just being in tune, like just in sync with your bicycle, anticipating what it'll do. I can't afford Zwift or whatever. I don't even really know what it is, but oh, I have a Blackburn trainer from when I broke my foot the first time in 2005, and it still works. That's what I use to this day. A gyro on the Inspired. The Hope brakes use mineral oil, so it could work. I don't know. So we're in my new studio shop space. The rent was pretty affordable, but it was pretty rough when I got it. And I had to spend a few months kind of painting it and building it out, getting it set up. So it's like cheap monthly, but I had to invest quite a bit into it. But it has space to hop around like this or balance. And I want to set up a little box to practice some more mellow trial stuff. An ACS rotor, a detangler. This thing's just going to be basically a BMX bike when you guys are done with it. Oh, man. PS4 looking trainer thing. You guys are funny. Oh, I'm done with BMX bikes. Nah, I'm 34. I'm too old to ride BMX again. Although when my daughter starts getting into it, I'll probably want a BMX bike. I have more fun on mountain bikes. I can't do a turn down on a mountain bike, but it's just more stable, less stress. BMX bikes, I get a little nervous. I'm tempted to like try hopping and stuff, but I don't want to do too much for the pelvis. So just a mellow hangout track stand deal. Wow, it's been 20 minutes already. Murphy, thanks for hanging out. Toodles. Buy an F1 bike. Is that a gravity race bike? I don't even know. Melvis. Mellow pelvis. I was thinking, oh man, pelvis Messley. I wouldn't mind racing BMX again. That wasn't too sketchy, but I more just want to ride racetracks full tilt and do gates rather than actually throw elbows. Well, let me check the time. Yeah, I got to go get my daughter in just a moment here. Small wheel. It would be fun to get one of those 12-inch wheel BMX bikes for grown-ups with the big old 2.4 tires and the full-size handlebars. That'd be kind of fun, but it's hard enough to just do this right now. What's going on, guys? See you later, Rafi. Have a good ride. Short tracks and parking lots, huh? Parking lot crits. So, John, good question. Honestly, the Trials bike is way harder to track stand on than a normal bike. It's bizarre. I thought it would make it all easy. It doesn't. It's freaking hard. So the bottom bracket's really tall and the head angle is crazy steep. And then it's like the rear end's short and it's just not stable. It's this funky feel. So it took me a long time to get used to it. Honestly, I think like a rigid dirt jump bike with a front brake would be noticeably easier to track stand. Maybe I'm just not good at track standing. That's a reality too. I don't know. You know, Rich, I don't know Trials bikes well enough to tell you the exact best one. I can definitely say that this Trials bike has been rad and the 26-inch wheels make it easier, but I don't know if they still offer it. This isn't a pure Trials bike. Some of the Trials bikes have real extreme geometry, and this is a bit more neutral. This is like a street Trials bike. Oh, and I just had to bump something. Yeah, this is the Inspired Hex 26. I'll try and get back so Richard can see what this thing looks like. Yeah, this is an old model I got on closeout. Set it up tubeless, single speed, front and rear brakes. I have no idea what it weighs, but I just got a bike scale the other day, so we can weigh it in the future. All right, or no. Cool. Well, it's pushing 4:30. I need to go get my kiddo from school, from daycare, so I got to run. Thank you guys for hanging out. It's always fun. I think I got to do more YouTube lives here. I got to get my camera setup dialed. So cheers, guys. Stay tuned. Lots of videos coming up in the next couple of weeks here. Whew. I'm a little sore. Toodles, guys.